Hey everybody, NicMakesPlays here. I'm currently your rank 1 player in Runeterra, and I use Sion Draven to get here. This is definitely one of the strongest decks in the new expansion and extremely powerful. I've hit rank 1 with Draven Jinx twice in the past, and this deck's like that, but even better. It has more ways to refuel, so you don't run out of steam, and has a stronger late game through the bomb, Sion, on turn 7. So, let's get into the deck. I'm going to do a brief deck guide, and then we're going to get right into gameplay to show you guys some fun games to watch and show you how the deck functions. So in this deck, you want a mulligan for your early game. You want to get Draven's biggest fan, put a Draven on top of your deck for turn 3. Zonite Urchin and Poro Cannon are good on turn 1. So you can discard this new card called Fallen Rider. Fallen Rider, when I'm discarded, create a Risen Rider in hand. Risen Rider is a 2-mana 4/2 fearsome. So basically what you do is turn 1, you play Poro Cannon or Zonite Urchin. You get your free draw or your Poros, and then you also get a Risen Rider, giving you some card advantage and also giving you a powerful card for turn 2. You also have the Reborn Grenadiers you can put out on turn 1. This card's really strong because you can just discard Urchin on turn 1, then summons this, and you push for 5 damage on turn 1, which is very powerful. Or you can hold these for the mid game, and you can block with them out of nowhere. If you use a Poro Cannon, discard and Reborn Grenadier, you can block like a Lulu or something, which is really good ways to get free kills. Then on turn 3, you want to play Draven. Draven's extremely powerful. That's why we have Draven with fan as well. To have a 1-drop to start the pressure on right away. That also gives you Draven on 3. So this card's a 3-mana 3/3 quick attack. It gives you axes, which give you fodder to discard or to discard things with. It puts on a ton of pressure and kind of swings the game in your favor right from turn 3. His sham spell is good to have more interaction as well. So yeah, Draven kind of makes the whole deck function properly. Because he's so versatile and so strong as a turn 3 play. You have Grave Position. You can discard a card to draw a unit. This is good to cycle, search for Sion, get more cards to discard. Nice way to refuel and get card advantage by discarding your axes and such. We have Mystic Shot. This is burn finisher if they have answers for Sion, or you can use as removal for elusives and stuff like that. So it's very good to have interaction when you get rolled by all kinds of different strategies. So I like Mystic Shot a lot as a 2 of right now. Rummage is good to draw and refuel. We have Get Excited, another way to have burn, reach, or removal. Some Dredgers. This is a discard a card, draw 1. Pretty straightforward 3-drop to refuel. So some of the strongest cards are these last 3. Survival Skills is very important, so use its discard effect. When discarded, your strongest ally can't drop below 1 health. This is very good to use on Draven if they try to remove him with Get Excited, try and hook him with Challenger, or just to keep him alive in a combat trade and help level him up. You can use an Axe. Discarding this, putting on him, you're half of the condition there, and they lose their field. If they want to rally this turn, then your units can't die the whole round, so it kind of screws over rally decks. Very strong card. One of the strongest cards of the deck is definitely Lost Soul. This card is absolutely amazing. When I'm summoned or discarded, create a Twin Blade Revenant in hand, so you always want to discard this. Then Twin Blade Revenant, Challenger, 4-mana 4/3 Last Breath, create a Lost Soul in hand. So basically, you discard this, get Revenant, this dies, you get Lost Soul. You can discard Lost Soul again, get Revenant. Unless you infinitely refuel, this allows you to outgrind opponents in the late game. It allows you to deal with answers from the Challenger, such as Nami, Ezreal, Veigar, stuff like that, Poppy. So very, very strong card in the meta. One issue with Draven Jinx and like more aggressive decks that can do these damage outputs is that they run out of steam. If you have removal for Jinx and stuff like that, then that's how you beat them. They run out of fuel. But with this card, you just never run out of fuel. So you're able to outgrind people in the late game and all kinds of scenarios. So extremely powerful card. Last but not least is Sion. When I'm discarded, grant your strongest ally Overwhelm, placed in the deck. You only want to use this in the first few turns, specifically on Draven. Otherwise, you want to save Sion, like turns 4 or 5 plus, you'll be thinking, okay, I need Sion for turn 7. So only discard him if you have to in the early game. He's pretty much always leveled, so I wouldn't worry about this part. His level up is extremely easy. You punch out every time on 7. Turn 7, you play him, he becomes a 7-mana 10/6 Overwhelm. Extremely strong damage. That should kill them like on the spot right there. But if they somehow live, he has this other effect, Last Breath, Summon Sion Return. So when he dies, you get Sion Return. And then this is another 7-mana 10/4 Overwhelm. When I'm summoned, Rally. It's an ephemeral too. So basically, you attack, and if they block him, you rally him, you kill him anyway. If they don't kill them, you still have Sion, which is a huge Overwhelm unit. And you can even block with him on your next turn, then rally, then kill them. Another cool thing you can do is if they damage him, like they block him and leave him like 2 or 3 health, but they don't want to kill him because you get the rally, you can Mystic Shot or Get Excited your own Sion to get the rally and finish them off. So that's the deck. Pretty strong deck, pretty explosive. Let's get into some games. Alright, we're up against Poppy, Zed, Lulu. The rally decks are extremely powerful right now. We're seeing one right here. This could be elusive. Usually the Ionia ones are a bit more elusive, so a Poro Cannon would be nice. This hand is insanely, insanely strong. I'm actually going to keep the whole thing. We have our 1-drop. We can play Urchin, discarding Reborn Grenadier to start on huge damage. Our 2-drop for Flame Chompers, discard on turn 3 with Draven. So tons of card advantage, tons of damage output, crazy stuff going on. And Sion for late game. Usually in the rally matchups, you don't make it to turn 7, so maybe we will discard the Sion. We'll see. So he might just take both here. Usually on turn 2, they won't play Young Witch or Brightstone Protector. So it's very nice we get to chip in this free damage. It'll be at the expense of most likely losing a unit, but that's worth it. Sparring Mentor, interesting. So we'll get this, get a Flame Chomper. We're not afraid of Young Witch or Brightstone Protector anymore. You can combine with Fleet Feather Tracker because he's tapped under those. Alright, we'll block both. Interesting you keep losing that Tracker. I guess he wanted to get a better hook with it, rather than trading with the Zion Urchin, which I understand. So here, turn 3, you always want to be playing Draven, like 9% of the time. The quick attack with the high health stats is really hard to deal with. So I want to discard something. We can probably try and level him really fast. It's going to be a very aggressive matchup, so I think that leveling as fast as we can is a good way to go. It's kind of a race against time. We're against that. So we're discard this here. He won't block here, because if he does, he loses the Zed. And we get another Axe, which is nice. So he's already at 11. We can try and get excited the Zed. It's just kind of risky, because he can protect it with like Sharp Sight or Twin Disciplines. Let's see what mana he taps under. We'll most likely just not do much here. Do I want to block with the Urchin, or the Flame Chompers? I think so. Just because it makes it harder for him to kill us with elusives later. And we have another one right here. So we're just going to go ahead and do that. But again, we're not going to get excited because he could have Twin Disciplines. He could have Twin Disciplines or Sharp Sight Protect. So he might actually play Rally here. Like, he has like one more unit in a Rally. That could be pretty scary. Okay. So I have the Urchin, which is nice. We have another blocker. This, or I keep calling this Urchin, the Flame Chompers. This doesn't have Challenger. Ooh. Okay, well, pretty good then. He can actually kill this now if he wants, which is a big deal. We can't block that. I guess this is still fine. I wanted to have this here as a blocker. In a way, we are saving health. That's still nice. So we're going down to 6. I feel we can maybe just pressure him back. We also have Whirling Death. I don't think I should block with this, honestly. At this point, we could take the damage here. We have Get Excited for an elusive. He tries to finish us. We're just going to try and... yeah, we're just going to try and push back here. I don't want our board to get too thin. Anyway. Alright, so we can use the Grave Position to discard the Reborn Grenadier. And again, try and keep the pressure up. We have mana open for Whirling Death and for Get Excited, so that's good. That's really good defensively, not gonna lie. We're still gonna attack with everything because we have Whirling Death though. One really strong play we can do here, because Grave Position search us a Lost Soul, is we can Spinning Axe on this, and then discard a Lost Soul to get Twin Blade Revenant, and we can Draven's Whirling Death to clean up the Zed. And then we have Get Excited for the elusive, so... right here, we don't even really need to discard the Lost Soul, but I guess we just will. Level Draven earlier. Alright. Pretty good. Yeah, there's not really a reason not to discard this, especially if we're going to get more axes. They don't run single combo or anything, so I'm not afraid of him retaliating like that. We should win here. Again, he has 2 cards. We can just Get Excited any elusive he tries to finish us off with. We have a level Draven. Okay, Twin. So these will what? They're going to trade now? Oh no, that lives. Oh wow. That's pretty huge actually. Alright. We still need the right play though, so that's fine. Kinda scared of next turn, but again we do have Get Excited, so I think we'll be fine. We trade the rest of the board, that's nice. We maybe could have saved Reborn Grenadier as a blocker, but I don't really think I wanted to discard anything else. We'd have to we could have discarded the axe instead, I guess. Alright. Let's see if he has a second Twin Disciplines or a buff. Try to Get Excited here. Nice. Alright. We'll play Twin Blade Revenant here. Hope he doesn't have like elusive plus rally. If he had elusive, he definitely would have played it though. Lulu. Interesting. Okay. So as you can see, this card's pretty much always leveled by turn 7. It's 36 out of 35, and it counts itself when it's summoned, so it's 9 more on top of that. Alright. Stop Sion. Okay, this is a close game. This is a very close game. I think we're gonna win here, though. We should win here. We can discard this, and then also this to do +2 on the Overwhelm. We want to finish this turn, because if we don't, then he can kill us the elusives. So, we definitely want to try and do as much damage as possible. Again, we should be able to finish here. Twin Blade Revenant's Challenger can hook away the highest health blocker, make him take the most amount of damage possible from the Overwhelm. He's thinking hard. I think that we win. I think we got him here, boys. I really think we got him here. It should be a good game. Alright. We're gonna hook away this. He has the highest health, so now he no longer can live the silent attack. They shouldn't run concussive palm or anything like that, so I think we're good to go. Killing the elusive could be nice, but we really just think we need to finish this turn because he probably will have multiple elusives and off his draw. The deck is mostly elusives. So it should be game. I doubt he can even use these cards. Like, maybe he blocks and buffs. Okay, GG. Alright, we're actually playing against discard aggro. This is the older version of this, I guess. I mean, they're not exactly the same, but let's see how some new tricks can help us out. This deck is extremely popular amongst all ranks, so this would be a good match to show. So, interesting mulligan. This card is really good at blocking out of nowhere, so I think we want to keep this. I usually do not recommend keeping this, but against aggro, I think it's important to have the free blockers out of nowhere and catch them off guard. Maybe we'll mulligan the rest of our hand. This is cheap, but we really want a 1-drop to block with. Not this one, like a Biggest Fan or an Urchin or a Poro Cannon. Nice. This is a very good hand, actually. So we'll start the game discarding the Fallen Rider, and we'll get a Risen Rider. Drawing into our Draven, we have a very, very strong curve now. Turn 1 is this, turn 2, turn 3. They actually might also be running Reborn Grenadier, but I'm not too concerned because I wouldn't even mind it trading this 2-1. I also like attacking them because I want to make sure we can do as much damage as possible so they have less turns to try and finish off with burn spells like Jinx. But yeah, they definitely can drop Reborn Grenadier out of nowhere if they run it and try and kill our units on attack as well. So far, looking like a great start. Maybe a Battlecaster, House Spider, coming out from him. Okay, interesting. So I'm just going to play Risen Rider here. No really reason not to. And he passes. Well, I can't block. So this is a pretty bad for him. We'll play Draven on 3. I'm assuming he at least has Draven if his hand is so clunky. Maybe he kept the Draven in this mulligan, and he just didn't draw like the first few turns. Get excited, discarding that. Okay. So he kills our Draven here. This is where survival skills would be insane. We could just discard the axe to help level him up and then push for huge damage. I think I'll attack with both. Keep the pressure up. This can't block, or this can't block this. These will probably trade anyway, like at some later point in the game, but limiting their field is very important. They run cards like Arena Battlecaster, Crowd Favorite, Vision, and those cards allow them to make use of wide boards. So limiting their board space and forcing the blocks pretty good. See, he has a Crowd Favorite's a bit weaker now. So we can play this as a blocker. We do have the Reborn Grenadier. Can block out of nowhere, which is pretty good. This is a fine block. Not attacking Crowd Favorite. Oh, he must have multiple Crowd Favorites. That's why his hand's so awkward. So we'll discard this, get another card. Another Boom Baboon, pretty good. We can Axe on this and kill the Precious Pet, which is nice. That's probably what I'm going to go for here. Maybe he'll play Jinx, maybe it's another Crowd Favorite, yeah. So we're just going to go ahead and discard this. I'm still going to hold this, I think just be defensive. We actually could go aggressive with it, but I don't think we have to, because we're like guaranteed to win. We're like guaranteed to win on turn 7. So we'll just attack with these two, because they trade well in the Crowd Favorite. Clearing his board. I'm expecting maybe an Augmented Experimenter if his hand's so awkward. It's like crowd favorites and augmented, if I had to guess. Oh, Jinx. So we're gonna go ahead and try and kill her immediately. We can just discard Rummage. I don't think we need the refuel. If he tries to level her, then we also have Mystic Shot for that, and then we have Sion next turn to win. Very good. Alright, yeah, this should be a clean sweep. He might surrender before we even play Sion. Sion's not quite leveled yet, but we can easily level him if we just play Grave Position and rework Grenadier. I guess we'll just do that now to set up the level. This is 5 power, and then now he goes to 7, so he has exact level on turn 7. Alright. Alright. Play leveled Sion here. Pretty much a win. When this comes down, it's pretty much a win, because again, even if I don't kill him, like, immediately, I can just rally later, whenever I block with him. It's pretty inescapable, and in general, it's like no answers to big overwhelm units, so we should just be fine to win here. We can even hook away things to choose, like, what he can block with when he can't. Yeah, GG. Alright, we're playing Ziggs, Taliyah. This deck has been on a surge today. They're actually, out of nowhere, is like 3 or 4 of these are top 10 of ladder, I'm pretty sure. So this deck's really scary. People are really starting to refine this deck. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm personally comfortable with this matchup, so I think we'll be fine. So we're going to mulligan away these two. Go for a good early game. We have 1, 2... Maybe keep this for 3. We can go like Draven's Biggest Fan on 1, Boom Baby on 2, Draven on 3, and then we can try and get a Twin Blade Revenant on turn 4. Pretty good curve. We'll discard Sion for now, or mull him. We can try and draw him later. Maybe I could have kept him, but I think it's a bit too early. We have plenty of time to draw into him. It's nice to draw options like Mystic Shot and stuff because we have versatility in our plays. Definitely block, because Ziggs have done a ton of damage. So turn 2, play Boom Baboon. He probably has like Rock Hopper or something, maybe a Preservarium. Okay. I'm definitely down to trade these. I'd rather unblock our 3-1 than a more important unit later. Like a Twin Blade Revenant or something. You know that's Challenger, but like or I guess like a Risen Rider, exactly. So this is good. We had time to draw when we did, so that's nice. We can draw Draven here. I don't honestly mind if it gets challenged. I mean, we need to get this thing out of the way anyway, and if he plays Ziggs, I'm down to trade those. Rock Hopper would be kind of annoying here. I think, I don't know, personally, I don't mind ever like blocking with Draven. Because he gives you access anyway, if he blocks, so it's really not a big deal. It's kind of forced him to have answers, yeah. That was great. So it's a slow spell, so use it there before we attack, so we don't get a chance to get another axe. We got rid of the Rolling Sands landmark there too, so that soaked up the vulnerable. Alright, this is a pretty good turn. Use Grave Position, discarding Risen Rider to get a Risen Rider here, and then we're able to play the Risen Rider and push a decent amount of damage, hopefully. Pretty good card. He actually probably wants to trade these two. Do I just not attack? Because if they kill us, he can play Desert Naturalist on it, which is really rough. Man. Brutal. Okay, I think we want to slow this deck down a little bit and just not attack. It could make his hand more awkward if he has Desert Naturalist and stuff like that. I guess we can try to make him like brick out a little bit this turn. He can't, because he can't play Taliyah either, right? Turn 5, he wants to play Taliyah or Desert Naturalist on Sarcophagus. So when this dies, it plays this, and in 3 turns you get a 5/3, and he wants to copy this, or kill it with Desert Naturalist or copy with Taliyah. He plays that. That's interesting. That's kind of actually good against us right now. Not gonna lie. We probably just play Fallen Rider naturally. We don't want to just pass, because we just pass, still just pass, and I don't want to be too behind on tempo. We kind of are fighting for the board a little bit still. This is awkward. I'll admit this is awkward. I could discard and block. I do kind of want to get Lost Soul for next turn though, or else we don't do anything. Did I just take that? I don't want to take the burn against them. Ziggs can burn us down. I want to get in a late game grind with high health and win the Sion, hopefully. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. We'll block like this. This dies, and we're gonna actually just bank 3 mana and see what we draw before we decide if we want to discard like Lost Soul or whatever. See? This way we can kill a unit. with Get Excited, and then we get this, we can play that. This is probably our best way to fit our curve. Sion will be leveled by 7, so that's pretty good. Pretty close game overall. I mean, both high health. He's doing some good stuff. His stuff's gonna get scary because he's leveling all his champs. Our stuff's gonna get scary if we're playing Sion. I think a lot of it's gonna come down if he had answered for Sion or not. Alright. Please no taliyah Desert Naturalists. Probably will have them. Ooh. No way. No way he's gonna have Desert Naturalist or taliyah to clone this. That's usually what they do around these times. If he doesn't play them, that means he must have answers for Sion, like Stress Defense or something. Like Quicksand, I guess. Okay. Let the Kai stand spinner. Again, we're kind of slowing the game down, so I don't want to push with this. I want to save my axe also, because it's my only method of discarding things right now in hand. So I really shouldn't waste it if I don't have to. Oh god. Zereth and Ziggs are leveling. We do have Sion, which is really strong. He's actually not leveled yet, but we can do that, no problem. Block here, keep our health high. We can probably play Sion next turn, but I guess if we... No, because we need to play Sion this turn. Because... otherwise, we're just kind of like wasting our mana. We don't have good ways to use our cards this turn. He also levels in the field, so... yeah, we need to do one more damage. Summon. If he tries to kill like even a burst speed, we can... Spinning Axe, discard Grandian, level him and get Sion's return when he dies. Pretty good. Explosive Minefield. That's not a card you want to use right now. He must have 2. He must have 2. Otherwise, he wouldn't play that. Oh, or he's playing it so he can destroy it next turn. Interesting. Because I guess he's identifying if I open attack with just this, it's not that good. Little does he know I can level at a burst speed, which I think we're going to be doing. Leveling at burst speed does seem pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Because there isn't cards that destroy your landmark at burst speed except for Unleashed Energy, and I think most people don't play that. So he probably is gonna try and kill the Desert Naturalist or Rite of Arcane, which are slow spells. So he should be taking 11 here. He does run Unleashed Energy. Okay, alright, makes it interesting. Now, we have a big problem, and that is in the name of the Arsenal. There's a card named the Arsenal that gets a keyword for... Okay. It gets a keyword... I think I just summon this normally. It gets a keyword for every single landmark you've destroyed this game, so if he plays that, it can get, like, Lifesteal, and, like... It can get Lifesteal, it can get Elusive, Overwhelm, Scout, Challenger, all kinds of crazy stuff. So this card, when you've leveled a champion... Oh, no, when is it? You destroyed 4+ add landmarks, then... all champs get overwhelmed. So now he has overwhelm on taliyah, Zereth, and Ziggs, which is pretty scary. Again, this is a very close game. I mean, we have good cards. We just gotta keep our health high, for sure. Interesting. Alright, we will get Sion the return here, assuming these trade. There's not a card that can stop. Like, he doesn't have Hush. He has like quick second. Stress defense. He has to attack here. At least with Ziggs. Alright, so we don't have to attack right away. Unless he has Hexplosive Minefield. Do I think he's a second Hexplosive Minefield? How greedy? Because we can kill him this turn. We can kill him this turn. Alright, we should probably play around Hexplosive Minefield. We are attacking on open next turn. I really wanted to be greedy. Okay, didn't I think he has a second Hexplosive Minefield. Plate Twinblade Revenue, he knows we have that. Like this. Put as much damage as possible. Pokey Stick. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Or like, some run it, some don't, so it wasn't the first part of my mind. I feel like he might have even panicked and did it on our Nexus if he had to. Oh, drawing 2, that's some good refuel. Okay. Okay, some more refuel. We do have lethal on open, and I don't think his deck can really stop that. As far as I know. I guess another Pokey Stick. Okay, well, it'd be very hard for him to stop the 4 attacks. There's 3 health, and we have Mystic Shot for lethal. Okay. Still lethal. Wait, wouldn't he want to use that for... Okay. Alright. Okay, you know... Okay. I guess he already had the Pokey. Alright, interesting game. It's losable because of the Arsenal. It's losable because of the Arsenal. He can play the Arsenal, and then if it has Lifesteal, he has everything back. and that's huge. I'm actually terrified of it. Okay, it cost 8, so he tapped under it. I guess we'll get rid of one of our mini Flame Chompers, try and search for Sion. Alright, interesting. We have Sion Urchin to refuel. He's still at 3. If we draw Get Excited, that should spell a win for us. I mean, I guess another Flame Chomper. Like, this does vulnerable, so if I discard this, it'll just only attack the thing that's vulnerable, and that's it. Dragon's pretty good. So it gives you an axe so we can, on burst speed, play a Flame Chomper, so Reaver Grenadier, and try and go for game. And he's 3-attack himself, which threatens lethal. Of course, that's really good. And giving an axe to one of these two also makes these threaten lethal. Interesting. Okay, he's in panic mode. He's just like, I gotta kill her if I can. So he kills Flame Chomper, so I can't hook his blockers, so that way he's not. It's harder for me to. It's a lot harder for me to kill him. Flame Chompers is pretty big in these scenarios. Okay, we definitely just go to 7 here. So we're gonna summon Flame Chompers normally. What I'm gonna do here. Okay, I was gonna put the axe in the 2-attack units so they all threaten lethal, but GG. Alright everyone, that's the Sion Draven deck. Got me to rank 1 this season. I actually hit rank 1 twice this season. Once with Sion Draven and then once with Poppy Lulu. I will be making a video on Poppy Lulu, a video with Banner Tree, all kinds of new stuff, all the new champions. So if you guys like the content, feel free to subscribe, hit the notification bell, stuff like that. This will be returned to my daily YouTube videos, so I'll have videos every day. Leave in the comments below what videos you guys are excited about with all the new champions and tons of fun stuff. So yeah, hope to see you guys again soon. Peace.